Hi!
Stay vigilant, brothers.
Today I'm going to show you my tiny spaceman that I'm taking to my first league.
I first got into 40K like most others. I was a young boy who saw some bad models in my local nerd shop getting some Pokemon cards. But it wouldn't be for many more years until I finally mustered the courage to take up the brush in my first attempt at slaying the Grey. This occurred in high school. I stumbled upon the 3rd edition codex for Space Wolves and found my muse in the form of space-traveling super Vikings with fondness for wolves and tendency to annihilate everything in their wake. Copious drinking sprinkled on top. The Blood Claws pack that I painted from that era have long since been lost to the warp, but my interest in 40K has never waned. Which brings us to present day. But I need to make a confession. I have never played a real game of 40K. Considering the stupid amount of money I have invested in tiny toy soldiers, paints, brushes, rulebooks, codices, and other nonsense, I figured I should at least try the game out, right? So, where to begin? Well, the league I mentioned earlier starts at 500 points and increases in 200-point increments every 2 weeks up to a grand total of 1,300 points. Based on my extensive research, I'll be mustering a patrol detachment for the first round. That means I'll need to fill at least an HQ and troops slot, followed by whatever else I can squeeze in. I struggled to decide on whether to bring my collection of derpy, gunked-up Firstborn Marines from the Dark Vengeance box I purchased a few years ago, or the Primaris bros I got from the Indomitus box recently. Ultimately, I wanted some practice painting, so decided my Sea of Grey models needed to shrink just a bit. And so, in the spirit of both having a fun, fluffy list, and not overwhelming myself with too many complicated rules, I present to you my patrol detachment of Dark Angels, sworn rivals to my original Space Doggy faction. For our HQ and Warlord, we have Brother Cornelius, a Primaris Chaplain that's so good at screaming his head off, he was promoted to the Masters of Sanctity. He knows Exhortation of Rage and Canticas of Hate. Life of the party. He is carrying all the chaplainy stuff, such as the Wise Orator, Warlord trait, and the Emperor's Judgment Relic. Next up is the troops. We have one Assault Intercessor squad at 4 men and a Sarge. Sarge has a plasma pistol. We also have one Boring Intercessor squad at 4 men and a Sarge, this one also with plasma pistol. But he also gets a power sword and a very dangerous pointy finger. Finally, we have our Big Daddy Redemptor Dreadnought. Oh yeah, baby! Standard equipment because this is the easy to build model, and if you want loadouts, you gotta pay! The grand total for the army is 500 points on the nose. Boop. We will have to take the army out and see how it performs before we really nail down what to add to it next though. There are a few things that I am concerned with, mostly the lack of anti-armor weaponry and, what else? Oh yeah, never having played the game before, but I look forward to rectifying that soon. I should also probably clarify that I have no intention of doing well in this league. In fact, I'll probably bake into the lore of my company, 5th company, because we get a cool captain, that we're sucking so bad that explains why we constantly keep getting reinforcements.
So that's all I got for today. Go ahead and subscribe so you can be notified when the first mission drops. Comment below if you have any suggestions or comments, concerns, anything like that. And if you're watching from the future, first mission's up here.